Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as said, we are going to start a new playlist on the first very common and most popular data structure, which is arrays. So in the previous video, we have seen the introduction to data structures, in which I have covered almost all the categories of data structures, linear and non-linear, and its subtypes. I hope you all have got an idea about what data structure was and what were its applications. So here in this video, we will be seeing arrays introduction at a glance. So let's start understanding what exactly array is. In this video, for understanding arrays, we have a special guest. Yes, you guessed it right. Meet James. James is a 10-year-old kid who is having trouble in understanding arrays. James' teacher has given him an assignment to learn the concept of arrays on his own. So let's help him out, making the arrays concept simple. So let's understand what exactly array is. So let's take an example of a pack of biscuits. Here I have taken an example of Oreo biscuits. Now just imagine, in an Oreo biscuit packet of chocolate flavor, you will find the biscuits which are manufactured by Oreo company and will only be of chocolate flavor. It won't be possible unless any human error occurs that the biscuit packet will contain any biscuit which is manufactured by some other company. So the biscuit packet will only contain the similar biscuits of the same flavor. Also, the number of biscuits will only be of the size of the packet. It won't be possible that the number of biscuits are exceeding the size of the packet. This means that the biscuit packet is of fixed size. Also, all the biscuits are arranged in a linear fashion. So now let's relate this with the concept of arrays. So array is a data structure which stores elements of the same data type, similar to type of biscuits that we found in the biscuit packet. Also, the array data structure is of fixed size, similar to the packet size of the biscuits. So we can clearly see that James is now happy and he has successfully understood the concept of arrays. Now let's understand the concept of arrays in terms of programming. So basically, arrays is a collection or group of data items which are stored in contiguous memory location. That means the data elements will be stored in a linear fashion, which will be continuous. It means that the data will be stored in adjacent memory locations. Secondly, we can say that the arrays is a linear data structure. Linear in the sense that we can store all the elements in a single sequential pattern. This will help us to traverse through it in a single run. Next, we can say that the arrays stores the elements which are of the same data types. Now same data types means if one of the element is integer, then rest of the elements must be integer. It won't support any other type of data. For example, int cannot be stored with strings. Also, arrays are static data structure. Static means that the memory size which is allocated to the data structure will be fixed and cannot be modified during the runtime. For example, if we declare an array of size 10, then we cannot change the size of the array during the runtime. We cannot store more number of elements than the size of the array during the runtime. Now let's see an example of array. So here we have taken an array of 6 elements. Now we can see each element of the array represents an integers, so it will be called as array of integers. Similarly, we have taken another example of array which contains 4 elements. Each element in this array is of the type strings. So therefore this array can be called as array of strings. Now these all were the examples of the valid arrays. Now we will see an example of invalid arrays. So here you can see an array of 4 elements contains the element first string, second integer, third a boolean value, and fourth element is of the type float. So here you can see all the elements are of different types. So even if a single element is of a different type, then the array won't support that and they will no longer be called as array. Hence, this is an example of invalid array. Now let's have a look at what all operations we can perform inside the arrays. So all the operations which can be performed on arrays are stated below. So the first operation is insert. So we can insert an element inside the array. Now inside the insertion operation, there comes different ways to insert. The next operation that can be performed is deletion. Similar to insertion, there can be many cases to delete an element inside the array. The third operation that can be done on arrays is to display the elements inside the array. So as said, there might be many different cases to perform these operations. First case is that we have to insert a single element inside the array. Now that element can be inserted on the specified location. Similarly, a single element can be deleted from the array and a single element can be displayed. Next case is to perform insertion, deletion and traversal on a section or a small part of the array. And the third case is that we can perform all these operations on the entire array. So there are 3 different cases where we can perform insertion, deletion and displaying of the data. An element, a particular section or the entire array. A section means a slice of that particular array. For example, inside the array, if we have 10 elements and we need to perform the operation on just the first 5 elements, there we can use this case. In the upcoming videos, we will be looking into all these operations one by one in detail and also we will implement it. Subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thank you.